Welcome back. Over the years, several Liberty athletes have had the opportunity to play with their siblings. And for a pair of brothers, Liberty is a place where they have grown closer to Christ while making an impact on the ice.
When it comes to Liberty University, siblings playing sports together is nothing new. In fact, Liberty Athletics seems to be a family affair. There were the Frazee triplets for women's basketball. Jesse and JC Sanders also ran the hard court for the men's team. The Elmer sisters, Dawn and Crystal, both played women's soccer. And currently, volleyball has Jade and Serena Vorster. In the Flames hockey program alone, family is practically a tradition. There are the Docksteaders, Adam, Brad, Chad, and Devin, who all played on the ice for the Flames. The Fishers, the Reynolds, the Blues, the McCombs, the Backers, and the Boschmans. But while family members playing together is nothing new, one coaching the other is. That's what you have here with the men's Division I hockey team. Assistant coach Jake Hannon is now coaching his younger brother and budding superstar Luke. Luke decided to attend Liberty University this past fall, and it was a decision that began a new chapter in his life, very similar to the same decision his brother Jake made 3 years earlier.
Growing up playing with Jake was a lot of fun. I was always battling to try to compete with him and the older guys.
Probably the first thing that comes to my mind is skate and shoot every day from 1 to 4 p.m. Just play with all the local beauties. But that's where we really had the chemistry going. Lots of prep school and juniors and different cities. And I tell people I went to 6 different high schools and never went to the same elementary school for 2 years in a row. And really was always looking to be cool, to find my identity and, you know, in relationships with people or my popularity. And I used hockey to kind of get there and started to drift away from church and pretty much hit rock bottom in my life and realized that, you know, there's only emptiness and anything of this world, and the only real satisfaction you can have is in God's kingdom. I had played 3 years of hockey at other colleges, and I only had 1 year of eligibility left to play. And so I just made a phone call one day to the hockey office at Liberty and left a message because everyone was in a meeting.
Jeff and I were looking at a bunch of different players, and some had decided to go elsewhere, and it was really interesting. We got this sticky note from Jeff's wife, and she came into my office and said, hey guys, I think there's a player here who just called in for you guys, Jake Hannon. Jeff said, Jake Hannon? I recognize that name. And anyway, we called Jake and found out he wanted to come to Liberty, and that was the first time we met.
In 2011, Jake would put on his 3rd collegiate sweater, and in that time he would make the most of it. During his tenure with Liberty, he helped the Flames achieve great success. Jake was part of the team's top defensive pair, which was arguably one of the best in the nation. He helped the Flames finish ranked 5th in the American Collegiate Hockey Association that year, which at that time was one of the best team finishes since moving up to the Division I level. During that season, the Flames earned national recognition when Jake scored the game-winning goal against number 1 ranked and NCAA Division I bound Penn State.
Finally they do. Turner with it now. Walks in top of the circle. Backdoor play. Hannon towards the net and he scores! Hannon sneaking in the backdoor makes it 4-3. Great.
It was a high point in Jake's hockey career. Unfortunately, as things seemed to start turning around for the older Hannon brother, it was the younger brother Luke, like his brother Jake before him, who started to lose his way.
I was sidelined with an injury my final year of junior hockey, right at the end of the season, and you know, I didn't think I was going to be able to play hockey ever again, so I started working full-time and coaching youth hockey in Buffalo. But, you know, away from the rink, I was making a lot of bad choices. I came down here really without the intentions of coming to Liberty in a few weeks, and I just came down to, you know, to visit Jake and see his family. And that next couple weeks was pretty hard for me. And, you know, 2 days before class deadline registration, I called Jake and told him I needed to make a change, and, you know.
It was a little short of a process. It was only a few days where we were able to get him in and get the ball rolling.
They pulled some strings for me here, and, you know, God really revealed himself to me through my transition, my travels down here. So I know I'm in the right spot now, and it's just really exciting.
Now that the two have been brought back together, they are making the most of it. In the semester they've reconvened, the Hannons have found plenty of success. Jake and the rest of the coaching staff have guided the Flames to overcome numerous obstacles, including a plethora of injuries to hold on to their number 11 ranking and stay in the postseason hunt. Luke has played a major role in the team's resilience, leading the ACHA with 56 points through 24 games. And he also became the first ever Liberty player selected to Team USA for the World University Games in February. But most notable, Luke has been named an alternate captain with the Flames for the leadership he has shown this semester.
I mean, it's honestly the happiest I've ever been. I could say that, you know, completely honestly. You try to fill voids in your life with, you know, substances or, you know, pleasures and stuff like that, but just really like the natural happiness that I have now is completely different than any emotion I've ever felt before.
With all the trials both brothers have been through, they both relish in the fact that, like when they were younger, the Hannon brothers are back together again.
Always great to hear the stories about people who come to Liberty and their life transforms. They really get back on the right track. And Luke, I mean, he's been pretty dynamic on the ice.
And strong facial hair game from both brothers.
Absolutely, for sure.